Hello and welcome to our Nigerian viewers and viewers across the world. This is Galaxy TV News. Let's check out what's in the pipeline for you at this time. National Industrial Court sitting in Abuja orders resident doctors to suspend ongoing strike. Plus on the news, Lagos State set to distribute first doses of Moderna vaccines on Wednesday across 150 centers. And outside Nigeria, Taliban rejects extension of U.S. evacuation mission from Afghanistan. We have details in just a moment. And now, wherever you're watching from around the world, we're live from our headquarters here in Lagos, Nigeria. I am Kelly Egiga. On our first story, the National Industrial Court sitting in Abuja has ordered the National Association of Resident Doctors to suspend its ongoing strike. Justice John Tagema made the order on Monday while ruling on an ex parte application by the federal government. Having looked especially on the affidavit of extreme urgency, the grounds of the application, the affidavit in support of same and arguments of counsel for the applicant, Justice Tagema said he also weighed the submissions and arguments of counsel on the law as it stands on the application. He therefore adjourned the substantive suit to September 15 and ruled that a hearing notice should be issued and served on the defendant. Meanwhile, as resident doctors' strike enters day 22, the chairman of the Nigerian Medical Association NMA Lagos, Dr. Adetunji Adeniko, says the reason the resident doctors' strike is still ongoing is because the union does not trust the federal government. He said that is the reason they refused to sign the MOU over the weekend, adding that when agreements are signed, the federal government hardly keeps to their part due to lack of sincerity, highlighting that the National Union of Resident Doctors refused to sign the MOU, citing the government's decision to institute a court actions over the strike. He affirmed that if the government is sincere, they ought to have begun sorting out the grievances of striking resident doctors.
What I see as the current issue is trust. And I believe that if government is sincere, all the time that the Nigerian Association of Residents have been on strike, you could have started sorting some of those issues without even calling them for meetings. You know what the issue is. That's the breakdown of trust between memorandum of understanding, memorandum of action. So I feel that what the federal government should have done, if they are serious, what needs to be done is to make those payments of salaries that are being owed, to make those payments for the residency training program and exam fees. And I think by then people will see that there's just some level of sincerity.
And now the COVID-19 gets our attention as the Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu says the state will start the distribution of the first doses of Moderna vaccines on Wednesday across 150 centers set up in the state for the exercise. The governor will reaffirm this during a briefing on Monday. The State House revealed that the state has taken the delivery of the vaccines from the federal government. According to him, the state received a little above 300,000 doses of the vaccines to boost the state's drive towards achieving immunity, while confirming the record of 135 fatalities in the third wave of the pandemic. The governor said increasing vaccination will stem cases of fatalities, urging residents to get vaccinated.
But like I said, we're just going to be starting the vaccination, on Wednesday, right? The criteria is go on the portal and get registered. They'll give you an appointment, and you'll be attended to. So please let's take advantage, of all of that. In countries where they've done extensive vaccination, the amount of positivity has gone down significantly. So that's why we believe that it's working, right? And it's better for all of us if we have the opportunity to be vaccinated. Please let's take that opportunity and let's get vaccinated.
The governor knows that the state is in the middle of the third wave of the COVID-19 pandemic and that Lagos has remained the epicenter of the virus in Nigeria. He said the test positivity rate has increased to 12.1% in the past weeks compared to 7% recorded at the end of July 2021. Governor Sanwo-Olu said the situation calls for more responsibility, urging residents to adhere to the preventive protocols put in place by the government.
And there's been various variants. There will be various, the variants now in the last count is over like 15 or 20 different variants. That's why the Delta variant appears to have been a lot stronger, than other variants. But we have, like I said, we have the sequencing machine now that we can use to further process, what variants, are we dealing with. We cannot but encourage our people, to ensure that once you have the opportunity to be vaccinated, please turn up and get vaccinated, please.
And now let's shift our focus from health matters to the nation's capital, Abuja, where the House of Representatives on Monday asked the Group Managing Director of the Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation, NNPC, Mele Kyari, to appear before its Committee on Finance unfailingly by Wednesday. The summon was in response to non-appearance of Mr. Kyari, who had been invited to brief the House Committee on Finance on MTEV. Speaking during Monday's meeting of the committee, which was to deliberate on MTEV, rejected representation of the NNPC MD, saying it will take presentation from any official other than the MD.
In Nigeria or Wednesday, 11 a.m.
Excuses, representative and allow DMD himself to appear before us tomorrow, if possible, or if possible today.
The lawmakers also rejected the proposed 1.3 trillion naira revenue projected by the Nigeria Customs Service for the 2022 fiscal year.
Budget of 1.678 trillion. When the CG was complaining, I told him that I heard from the CBN governor saying that Naira will be devalued soon. And now it's even devalued. So you should look at the value of the Naira that is going down and give upward review.
The Customs Service Naira to the federal government coffers as against the 1.4 trillion naira projected for the whole year. You're watching the news on Galaxy TV. We're due for a break, but in the second part of our news package, we'll shift our focus to security matters as Inspector General of Police Usman Alkali Baba commends security efforts and improvement in the South, South and Southeast region. We will tell you more on that story next day. Page at facebook.com/Galaxy TV. Don't forget to follow and tag us on our Instagram page at Official Galaxy TV. If you have breaking news around you, you can avail our eyewitness feature via WhatsApp. Simply share a story by sending short clips or videos of the news on 081 866 669. Our social media platforms are user-friendly and can always accommodate your live updates and comments. And now to security matters. Just before that, Senate President Ahmed Lawan has tasked parliamentary staff to improve their professionalism and technical skills to support the lawmakers in delivering their statutory mandate. Lawan, who was represented by Senator Philip Aduda, made the charge Monday at the capacity building workshop for staff of the National Assembly organized by the National Institute for Legislative and Democratic Studies in Abuja.
It is one thing to be trained and have understanding, and another thing to understand but unable to apply it. This often comes through reluctance or the absence of commitment, but I'm confident we are a different class of participants and shall find the balance between concept and implementation.
The clerk of the National Assembly, Ojo Olatunde, who was represented at the workshop, advised the participants to see the training as an opportunity to upgrade their capabilities to take the National Assembly to the next level of robust development. Meanwhile, the Director General of the Institute, Professor Abubakar Suleiman, in his remarks said the workshop is geared towards improving the capacity and knowledge base of the staff of the National Assembly.
The Senate, which is the highest legislative partner in Nigerian representative democracy, needs to continuously respond to rising expectations of its constituents in order to be on top of its constitutional functions of representation, lawmaking, and other oversight duties.
Made the need for training of staff even more necessary to ensure smooth operations of the Assembly, particularly in core legislative areas such as chamber operations, management of plenary and committee activities, legislative research, public policy, budget analysis and monitoring, as well as leadership skills.
Now to other stories. The Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Yahya Farouk, has charged officers and men of the Nigerian Army of the need to be professional in discharging their constitutional duties. Yahya gave the charge in Ibadan while addressing officers and men of the 2 Division Nigerian Army in Ibadan. Said all hands must be on deck towards ensuring the safety of lives and property across the country. A correspondent, Kunle Ojo, has more.
The Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Farouk Yahya, was on an operational visit to the 2 Division headquarters at Adekunle Fajuyi Cantonment, Ojo, Ibadan, aimed at motivating officers and men of the division. Lieutenant General Yahya, while addressing officers, disclosed that he was on tour of military formations across the country with the intention of motivating officers of the Nigerian Army on the need to be professional and continue to uphold the ethics of the Nigerian Army. He described the officers and men of the Army as professionals who had been trained and are being trained on the need to be professional and civil in their approach.
It's not as if we don't know what they are doing, but it's a matter of ethics to visit the ground and see and interact with the troops and see firsthand what they are doing and speak to them also and address issues that you will see on the ground. And that's what brought me to 2 Division. I've been briefed by the General Officer Commanding. I've visited other areas. I've addressed officers in the auditorium. I have now just addressed the soldiers, appreciating what they are doing and urging them to even do more.
He encouraged the officers and men of the division to remain committed to the fight against insurgency, adding that the authorities of the Nigerian Army will continue to support them. The Chief of Army Staff also visited Governor Seyi Makinde in his office and the Palace of Olubadan of Ibadan, where he solicited the support of the state government and the traditional rulers for his men in tackling insecurity. Governor Makinde and Olubadan of Ibadan, Oba Soliu Adetunji, commended the army for their resilience and promised to continue to support them.
You please continue. Operation Post, for example, I know currently some part of the state. It's my prayer that it should be extended to cover other areas. The chief officer of the state, the governor, knows where it is biting.
I want to plead that we continue in that cooperation between us, and as a government, we can give you the assurance that we do everything possible and within the powers that we have as a government to provide support.
Nigeria will be broken as it is. we are all tough. Everybody, including the army, but with the method that you will do your best. Nigeria to bring Nigeria
The Chief of Army Staff has since left Ibadan for division of the Nigerian Army. From Ibadan, Kunle Ojo, Galaxy TV.
Still tracking security stories, the Inspector General of Police, Usman Alkali, has says despite the disclosure of the police headquarters in the Delta State capital during his maiden working visit to the state command to ascertain their level of preparations in fighting crime, Usman, who was once the State Commissioner of Police, was accompanied by senior police officers as well as